Welcome to Creative Greenius. I'm your host, Joe Galliani, also known as Joe Stradamus. Here's what's happening. You are Spartacus, so rise up, unshackle yourselves, and flex your power. There is free money falling from the sky, and all you have to do is plug a box into your electrical outlet. So how high would gasoline, natural gas, and electricity prices have to go before you stopped being a victim and rose up and fought back and grabbed the power you deserve? Are you already resigned to being a lifer, willing to pay whatever it costs because you have no choice? Are you counting on those prices to go back down to the price you're used to paying? Are you resigned to the fact that solar panels and a battery are too expensive or not possible for your situation? Well, Joe Stradamus has seen your future, and it is so much brighter, cooler, and more powerful than the one you're currently headed towards. And that future is arriving so much sooner than you know. Joe Stradamus says that in just 12 to 15 months, even though Donald Trump will still be president, if he's alive, you will be adding solar power and a battery to wherever you live. You'll be effortlessly generating and storing free, renewable electricity. And you'll be picking up a burning torch of power and leading the way for others ready to stop being victims too. Best of all, Joe Stradamus says it will all be as easy as buying a desk lamp, plugging it in, and turning it on. All thanks to what they're calling balcony solar. Yeah, balcony solar has arrived, and it's changing everything about who gets to have solar panels and make their own free, clean electricity. People like you. And all you have to do is go to a store or a website for Costco or IKEA or maybe Lowe's and buy a bundled package that includes 2 to 4 solar panels, an inverter, and a battery. You'll hang the solar panels on your apartment or condo's balcony or set them up in a sunny spot on your patio or in your garden or yard or on the facade of your house or on your carport. Then just plug the panels into the inverter and the inverter into a wall outlet, and bam, you are now producing free electric power to use or store in the battery to use later. That's power you will not be paying the electric company for as they continue to raise their rates over and over and over again. And here's how much you can save. If you lived in Germany or elsewhere in the European Union, here's what panels and an inverter plus battery would cost you in euros. No need to have a roof, own your own home, or spend $10,000 to $20,000 to have a solar installer bolt metal racks onto your roof to hold the panels to the building and run new wiring to new circuits in your electrical panel. No need to get approval from the electric company or their permission to turn your system on. No inspections from the fire department or the city. According to BrightSaver, just 4 panels can make a difference. Balcony solar costs range from several $100s to more than $1,000, depending on the system size, and can save a household hundreds of dollars per year. In Los Angeles and the San Francisco Bay Area, for example, the plug-in solar nonprofit BrightSaver offers a 2-panel 800-watt system for $1,499 and a 4-panel 1,600-watt system that costs $2,348. Because of utility rules, BrightSaver currently provides these products only to residents who already have rooftop solar and want to expand. At $1.47 to $1.87 per watt before taxes, that's a pretty good deal in the U.S. Nationally, the average rooftop system costs $2.58 per watt before local and state incentives. The payback period depends on how much electricity your home uses and your utility rate. But according to BrightSaver, these systems can save California households nearly $500 per year and have a payback period of just 4 to 5 years. Once they're paid off, every sunny hour can provide you with free power for the life of the solar panels, many of which are warranted to last 30-plus years. Joe Stradamus says, start paying attention now to where at your residence gets the most sunshine, so you'll know where to put your new solar panels. And don't forget to scope out a place for your new battery. Understand that this isn't a prediction Joe Stradamus is making. It's his subject matter expert agenda of what's coming. They're already plugging in across Germany, in the UK, France, Spain, Italy, and all across the European Union. Now, it's finally coming to the USA, state by state. The electric companies are fighting it, but Joe Stradamus says they will lose because they cannot stop it. Here's the latest map of where plug-in solar has already advanced. The map might look challenging if you didn't know how rapidly plug-in solar is becoming adopted as dirty energy prices just keep going up. Joe Stradamus knows they always will. But meanwhile, look at these trending news stories tracking what's going on around the country and the world. And don't even get Joe Stradamus started about whether you as Spartacus or that person is Spartacus or even I am Spartacus can be stopped from plugging in. With electricity rates already too high, no law will stop me or you or our neighbors from plugging in panels, an inverter, or a battery, no matter what state we live in. Once you see how easy it is and how much of a difference it makes, you're going to want to do it. Joe Stradamus says, I don't think the electric company has the capacity to even notice or do anything about it, especially if large numbers of us all become Spartacus. So let's do it. No agency or power company is going to send anyone out to check to see if you've got legal panels turning sunshine into electrical power. They can't even keep up with the work they have running an aging, outdated grid. And why should they decide if we can plug in, if we're using approved panels, inverters, and batteries? The utilities don't own the sun, and we've all paid more than enough, month after month, year after year, decade after decade, for the utility poles and the wires. We each own a piece of that infrastructure, and damn it, it's time we used it, with or without permission. The utilities have already made back their investments. Let me tell you this, none of us are going to feel 1 second of guilt because we're going to love plugging in and making our own power. We've been used and abused by the people who make and send us dirty energy from coal and gas-burning power plants, and plugging in starts our real liberation day. And if the bastards who pollute the hell out of our air and heat the climate to unlivable levels don't like it, Joe Stradamus says, hashtag, they ain't seen nothing yet. Because plug-in solar is going to sweep the nation as it makes Spartacus after Spartacus break their dirty energy chains and start to get their fair shares of the free power shining down upon us, just waiting to be used. A special note to Californians who already have solar panels about how you can add more panels and still stay in your current NEM, net energy metering, despite the investor-owned monopoly utilities' best efforts to keep your system as small as possible. I'm talking about California Solar Rule 21, which keeps you from adding more panels to produce more power. Plug-in solar is the easiest and lowest price way to get around Rule 21. Yes, the plug-in solar power story is moving fast, but I'm keeping up with it every step of the way, and I will keep you keeping up with it every step of the way if you just keep tuning in, reading, watching, and listening to Creative Greenius. Thanks for watching. I'm Joe Galliani, saying my name.